First of all, we need to add a solid. We add a 4 color gradient effect. Now we have a 4 points. Simply we place one of them too much far. Okay, we need a 3 point there, so that's why. Okay, my color is green, so I try to continue with that. Okay, first of all, for the yellow one, I try to select the green one of this shade. Okay, same for the blue one, I go with the pure light, and for this darker green, I choose the same color as before. Now after that, let's go with our first step. We need a house there. So first of all, here is my house. Okay, the restaurant, I import it there and scale it down almost to 25, I think so. Yeah, yes, okay, it's working. I think 26. Okay, after that, the thing which you see here is a stroke. Okay, so how to make that? Simply take a pen tool. Okay, start from there, zoom a bit for more clarity here, and simply here, and after that, okay, we reduce the stroke now and open their fill option by selecting this point. Again, pen tool, selecting this option like that. Again, this option here. Okay, the moment like where is this is much perfect. Okay, now after that, in a fill option here, just click here in a fill option. We need this color. Okay, the gradient one. Now just scale it like that. Okay, and you got your result. Okay, after that, try to bit more clarify. Okay, now select that. Okay, and match it with this. Okay, like that. Now let's move with our next step. We need a tree there, so we have videos for this one. Okay, the trees, simply import a tree just at the middle. Now you know really well like how to move a green screen effect, so simply we add a key light effect there, this one. Now just simply select the green color and remove it. Now what we have to do now, like simply we have to scale this. Okay, and place it there like that, and scale it bit more like that. Okay, remember this is depend on you, like where you feel like it's much more perfect, so go with that like. Okay, now after that, we have to change their color into the green. So simply, if you want to change any color, we simply add a tint effect. Okay, now it's black and white totally. We doesn't play with the black color. Simply here I play with the white color. Okay, and now here I go with the greenish one. Okay, like that. Okay, pure greenish one. Now tree is totally green. Okay, remember if I play with the black one, so or the color of the tree is totally changed. Now here I add a Gaussian blur. Simply add a Gaussian blur there. Now reduce the blurriness to 9. Now simply duplicate this layer. Now simply place this tree at this side. Okay, like there almost. Okay, now here I simply scale down to 165, etc. Okay, now yeah, for sure, you know, it's much more perfect, almost there. Okay, now we are done with this. Our last thing is like we have to place a text. So let's continue with the text. Like let's see like how to make a text. I just write there like created by motion next. Okay, so here place it here like that. Now simply what we need to do, cursor to the middle here and simply scale it down to 20, like, yeah. Okay, scale it a bit more. Okay, this is perfect. Now select the upper text. We need a pop in bold font. Okay, the pop in bold, this one. Okay, now it's simply back to their original position. Okay, press V and move it there. Okay, remember, play a bit with this, okay, to got a perfect result. Now created by motionness, simply came here on a fill option and change the color to this greenish one, like which is bit more visible. Okay, now it's done. Let's go with our next step to animate this. Okay, so let's see how to animate this. For the animation we use a null. Okay, here is our null. I simply change the color of a null to, okay, this one, parent all of the layer. Okay, remember this layer, okay, like that, this is the house and this is their stroke layer. I place it down. Okay, I parent this layer with this one. Okay, now parent this with the null, and I doesn't parent the upper layer, the house one, like the restaurant one, with the null. Now I have to make the animation for all of these ones. For this one I simply touch the position. Remember, this is the final position, so I need the animation on a 1 second mark. So here is a 1 second mark. Okay, like there. Now if I place one of them like that, okay, here, and select this one like here. Okay, now I simply change the position of this one. Okay, this is a final position after 1 second mark, and this is the initial position, like that. Okay, now simply have a look, like we do that now. Okay, like that, it came like that. Now simply select all of the layers, press F9. Okay, play with your motion bit. Okay, place it like that, and also select this, and now it's totally easy. Okay, like first fast and then slow. Okay, now we have to create a text. Okay, like a written text. For this I recommend simply use a motion preset. Okay, if you have like if I use a text, okay, and here if I use this one, okay, these are also perfect, but not like we use for animation. So simply for the text we go on a text layer here. Okay, simply in an animate option, first of all we need a opacity. We turn down opacity to totally 0 on a range selector. Keyframe the offset. Okay, remember it's -100. After 1 second mark it's totally 100. Okay, I don't think so, like it's perfect now. Yeah, for sure it's perfect now. Okay, now here on selector, okay, sorry, like in the property I need a position. I turn a position into 60. This will depend upon you, like you need a 50 or 60. Okay, so go like that simply. Now here I came on a blur option, just simply into the 30. Okay, now after that I got like this. Okay, just remaining 2 setting. Okay, here an advanced option, character to the words square to ramp up. Now here we got our text like that. Okay, totally as simple as you can. Okay, now simply this is totally as simple. Okay, like that. Okay, here I show you, this is our animation which we got now, like that. Okay, for sure. Now why we parent this with the null? Okay, the thing is simply on a null option I just play with the position bit. Remember, this is the final position at the 1 second mark. This is the starting position at this point. Okay, I just want to keyframe it, press F9 here, and same like which we like do before, select this one at here, select this one, and just like that. Okay, place here like, okay, perfect. Now to add more realism in an animation, what we simply need to do, okay, this is the main layer. Okay, from here simply add a motion blur. Now like if I move this, okay, you see here the blurriness bit. Okay, like that, this is a motion blur. Now let's move with our next step. Let's see what is our next step there. Okay, sorry, we forget to add the background there. Okay, it's simply a stroke. Okay, so simply I came here, okay, and make a line like that, okay, and make it like that, okay. Here it's on a final. Here simply what we need to do, simply turn off the fill option, okay, enable the stroke, and just lower it down like that, okay, and change the color a bit more darker like that, okay, and place a layer just below, okay, simply. And the one more thing, okay, we have to animate this. So simply on a add option, came here, add a trim path effect, okay. Remember we play with their offset, no sorry, no offset, the end at the 1 second mark. Simply came here and just do it, okay. Here's 0, okay. Now it's came like that, okay. Now also easy is their keyframe. Simply came here again, okay, and just select this and do this, okay. I need a little bit faster this one, okay, so that's why. So simply like okay, make it like there, okay, like there, like at the beginning, okay. Also parent this with the, okay, for no here, okay. Now parent this with a null, okay. Now it's totally moved with a null now, okay, like that. Okay, I just play with the keyframe a little bit more because I ease it more, okay. Now it's totally perfect, okay. Now we are done with this. Now let's go with our next animation. I just found like it's on a totally 4 second mark, so the next animation I just go with the 2 to 3 second and 2.5 second, okay, not enough. So here the 4 second mark, I want to start my new animation, which is this one, okay. Simply now what I need to do there, simply first of all we need to create a grid. So for the grid, simply we need a new null. Yeah, here I came here and add a new, okay, and new null, sorry, a new solid, okay. So here's our new solid, okay, because I want to start, like I want to animate this from the 4 second mark, so that's why. Here for the grid, simply select grid, okay, and add it there. So okay, I want to edit like that, like simply like that, okay. There are also the other point, okay. So width slider, okay, and you can also scale like that, okay, and change the color to totally black, reduce the opacity like that, okay. 13 I think so, like 13 is much more perfect. Now what we need to do, we need to pre-compose this layer by selecting this one, okay. Move all attribute into new composition. Now let's create a new composition. Now if I came back here, now it's totally a composition, okay. Now I need a mask there, so here I just select like that, okay. Simply Control Z from this point, okay, like there. Yes, okay, it's perfect. Not enough, like that, okay. Now it's perfect, like guys, now it's perfect, okay. Now what we need to do on a mask section, simply feather it more like that, okay, perfect. Now remember we have to just keyframe on a 4 second mark. So simply now, okay, first of all guys, this is a null, so I change the upper colors. Simply on a select all of the layers from start to above, bottom to start. So I go with the orange one, okay, for this, okay. So this is a pre-composed layer. Now I just cut all of the layers, but not a tree one, because there are tree ones, okay, at a 10 second mark. Now this is our null plus position. We have to play with their position. Simply Control C, Control V, okay. Let's simply copy paste the keyframe. Now I want to move it like on the left side, okay, like at the left side. So simply if I move this like that, okay, you see we got it like that, okay, like that. Okay, now the thing is here, like this tree is totally scaled, yeah. So I also have an option for this. What if I scale here? If I want like to reduce their opacity, press T. This is the final opacity. At this mark, turn down to 0 and okay, and you lost this access. Okay, now P to position and the scale, same F9. Now it came like that. This is much faster. Press U, select both of the keyframes and start it like there. Okay, U. Okay, here's the layer. I want to start it from there. Okay, like from this point, like at this mark. Okay, now perfect. Okay, now it came like that. Okay, to make to add more realism, okay, simply select both of that. I don't know like why this doesn't work, so I think so like scale, for the scale one I just ease the animations like that. Okay, okay, now okay, now we got this one. So let's go with our step. Now here we have a grid there, so simply we have to add this time bar and the other things here. Okay, for the timer, here's our timer. Here simply scale it down like that. Okay, yeah, it's totally straight. So here's our timer. Now what we need to do, we have to add the calendar there. So here's a calendar. Same like if you want to copy paste that trees effect, like the key light which we add before in this one, and add on this one. Okay, sorry. Okay, add on this one. If it's worked, let me see. Okay, now it's worked totally, but I don't think so it's worked perfectly, so I add a new effect. Okay, now on this one I add a key light effect again. Select the color and remove it. Now simply scale down a bit more scaling. Okay, this is a perfect scaling. A bit more, I think 25 is the best one. Okay, the best one here. Okay, like the. Now what I need to add the icons. Okay, for the icons, like you guys just spend a bit more time with the icons. Okay, because it's a bit hard to mask this one. Okay, so simply first of all I just scale down like that. Okay, now simply Control D. Okay, now for the icons we only have a single option, and we also but you guys also have a pen tool option, because on the other hand, like the pen tool is a bit hard, so we just mask with this sphere. Okay, simply select like that, and here, okay, we have to place our mask just like that. Okay, just mask it like that because this isn't perfectly match. Yeah, just place like that. Okay, this is our first. So after that we mask it one by one, and now let's go with the other step. Now let me place it one by one. Okay, here's our scale one, then I have a YouTube one, then I have a Vimeo. Okay, then I have a Snapchat, etc. Okay, like that. Simply scale it down like this. Okay, now we have to move their like cursor to the center. Okay, so do it like that, and remember, do it wisely. Now simply select like that, Now no problem, like we have to scale it a bit more down. Okay, so we got our final result. Okay, like that, a bit more closer here. Select all of these ones, scale to 30. Okay, now perfect. Okay, now they are the perfect one, like here. Okay, like now the step is like how to change their colors. Okay, so it's not a bit hard. Simply, if we add a tritone effect, okay, first of all, just one of them. For the brown one, just choose the greenish one which you want. Okay, like that, and select again this one. Okay, now remember, this time the shadow is a bit darker, like that. Okay, now we got this. Now simply we also have to add a drop shadow effect. Okay, at there, almost to 8 to 9. Yeah, for sure. Yes, it's done now. Now simply copy these two effects. When I pasted all of them, so I got the result. Now the thing is like the counter animation. So there's a different step, but I go with the as simple. Okay, like I go with the simple one, not too much tricky, etc. So let's see how to go with this one. When I press Ctrl T, text, simply I need a 0 there because I need to animate the numbers. So for the numbers we have to do like that. Okay, now here on effects, first of all add a slider. Okay, slider control, remember. Now on a text, source text, we simply parent this with the slider. Okay, now at this point it's totally 0. Okay, now I want to animate numbers like almost 5 to 7 seconds. Okay, yep, but remember I just close it more, so here I think so. Just remember like 950,000. Okay, 95 here, and okay, it's we just go with the 1 million, so I think so 950,000 is best. Okay, and so 950,000 there. Okay, simply cursor to the middle and just scale it down like that. Okay, this is just show you like how to animate the numbers. Okay, now for this one, simply on a text, now we have to animate the numbers, because you see now yes, we got this. Okay, we got these numbers, but not like that, the way we want. Okay, so here on a text, source text, here you see the slider control options like the expressions. Okay, what if I add the dot value dot to fixed, and if I press 0 there, now have a look, we don't have anything with that. Okay, we just got a perfect numbers there. Okay, perfect. Now we are done with this. Simply let's go to create this shape. So let's see how to create this shape. Simply come here on this mark, select this layer and do it like that. Okay, yeah, disable the strokes, enable their fill, round the corners. Okay, now if you want to increase or decrease the size, so you can from there. Okay, like if I want to increase the size a bit more like that. Okay, so I can cursor to middle, place it there almost. Okay, like there. Now I change the color to totally white, and remember I also have to give it an animation like it's open. Okay, So I want to open it like what if I place the cursor at this point. Now scale it like that because this is the final position at the 6-second mark, and if I scale it so it came like that. Okay, now I also have to play with their size. Okay, so this is a final size there. Okay, remember this is a final size there. Now if I want to reduce their size, like let me show you at this mark like that, totally 0. Now it's came like that. Okay, it's open like that. Okay, place it there and press F9 and just select both of these and do it like that, the same which we do earlier, and now it came like that. Okay, and here 03. Okay, now we have to add a text for this one. Simply again duplicate this layer, okay, and place it there, but this time we have to scale it down. Okay, scale it more down. Okay, I want this months. Okay, simply we have a font like Times New Roman italic font. Place it like there. Okay, place it a bit more there. Here, now simply scale it to 25. Now you got your result like that. Okay, so after that we have to add an animation there. So move it there on this mark, alt and the bracket close for the both of two. Okay, now we have to animate both of these. Okay, so simply if I parent this with this shape layer, now it's came like that. Okay, but we also have to change this few more things. Okay, if I simply just make on this shape and enable again, so it's came like that. Okay, here now we also have to add the animations there. For the text one, I add a motion preset. Okay, like this one. Okay, now for the text I add a typewriter effect, this. Okay, now it came like that. I want like it's do from there perfectly. Also place this here. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. What guys, like if I move there and now a bit more here like that. Okay, now perfect. So we also have to animate these shapes. So select all of the shapes which we created and add the effect there, motion preset. Okay, and like here this is the overshoot ones I add here, but I simply just changing their positions. Okay, so here's the first one. I want it like that. Okay, like here and here, like just came like one by one. Now simply cut all of that. Now we are done with this animation for now. Now simply just a few tweaks left. Okay, just for these twos. Okay, so simply this is a calendar. Okay, and this is a timer. Okay, for these tools, okay, I simply parent this layer with the calendar. Okay, not the calendar one, parent calendar to the timer. Now if I change the position and the rotation, this is the position. I want to change it like from 0 10 0 25 and 30 35, almost like here, because like 5 to 6 second mark, so that's why here. Now at this point I want it and they both are at here. Why this isn't work? Parent name, parent with the timer. Okay, now it's work like that. Now let's change their rotation. Press U again. This is the final rotation. Change it like that. Okay, now it's came like that. Okay, now it's came like that. Simply if I select both of that and press F9 and then just do this for both of these, I don't think so like it's work, so we have to go with the one by one because the graph isn't work perfectly. Select this again and do it like that. For the rotation here, select this one and same do it like that. Okay, get this, but this is a bit hard like to just click on this. Okay, we are done with this animation. Okay, turn off toggle switches, and now we simply back on the on layer section on this mark. Okay, now to change animation again at this point, with the timer here. Okay, we also have to keyframe this, so that's why. Okay, on a 7-second mark I want to change the animation, so I just got on a 8-second mark like all of these layers, but simply uncheck this, select all of also this one. Let's see. Now remember I placed this scene at this point. Okay, this whole scene at this point on this mark. Okay, okay, now if I animate this, have a look. Just wait for a while. Let me show you that why this isn't work, because I doesn't parent this with the null. Okay, for now have a look. If I move this, okay, it's came like that. Okay, for sure. Now for these one we also have to parent this with the null at this point. Now we have what we have left, this timer and this shape. Okay, we simply parent both of these two with the null. Now have a look, our animation came like that. Okay, it's only a single thing left, like this one. Okay, like this one again, parent with the null. So now it came like that. Okay, so where is the null option? Here's the null. Place it a bit more closer, like at this mark almost, and now it came like that. Okay, here like that. Okay, here I want like to place the rotation in position like there, from this mark bit more. Okay, now it came like that perfectly. Okay, now have a look. Let me show you like that. Place it bit more there. Okay, so now let's move with our next step. Here is our next animation like that. This is as simple, guys, not a rocket science. Remember, when I simply came here and place it on the 6-second mark or 6.5 second, etc. Okay, just on a 6-second mark like that. Okay, now I want that like simply change the position, etc. Okay, simply change the position this time. If I control C this, control V this, and place here, like came here and move the position like that. Okay, it's totally gone. Yep, it's gone. Okay, no problem. But where is this one? Uncheck from null, place it again there, just on the middle. Okay, now parent again with the null 5. Okay, have a look. Now it's came like that. So a bit more thing. Okay, just a little few more tweaks. I think so, like we have to change their colors. Yep, guys. Came here, okay, again came here, select all of these layers, also this one, and label it with the pink, etc. Okay, simply the color you want. Okay, okay, now we have to make this. So this is as simple. Okay, remember I told you again, like not enough, like not hard. So simply came here, select this and just do it like that. Okay, here like that, cursor on the middle. Okay, place it here, disable fill option, enable simply a stroke option. I go with the 4. Okay, just on a rectangle section, on a stroke section, and on a taper here, do it like that, and reduce this, or sorry, increase this like that, and change the color to the pure black, and we are done. Simply now we are done. Okay, same as parent this with a null. Okay, now it came like that. Now the thing is like the rectangles here on like again select shape, make a rectangle like that. Okay, place it here on this corner, disable their stroke, enable their fill. Simply now I just need a color for the fill. Okay, select the layer, select the color to this one. Okay, and press Ctrl D again. Sorry for this. Okay, now press Ctrl D again and place it like that. Okay, so remember we have to change it again, just like that. Okay, just to match it perfectly. Now here both of these point to their mid, select both of these. Now change your position almost there, just play with the one first one, the other one is already at their mid position. So just I think so we have to scale just a little bit down like that. Now it's perfect. Okay, okay, scale it a bit more, like 80. Done. Select all of the layers, add in bracket close. Okay, now we also got this. Simply we have the 4 of the layers, pairing this with this shape layer. Now if I play with their, now first of all I play with the anchor point. I place the anchor point, sorry, here place the anchor point at the top right. Okay, what's going on with this? Let's have a wait. Parent this with this one. Okay, Now what if I scale this? Okay, now it's totally different. Point to here. Okay, again on a mid, so it came like that. Now we have to play with their position. Simply sorry for that, scaling. Okay, here this is the final scale. Okay, let me show you. I just make a scale at the end, okay, just to show you guys. Now do it like that. At this point it totally 0. Okay, like that. Now it's 0 and then came like that. Now what the things left there? Press. Okay, the text which we created there. Okay, simply copy this text. Okay, came here. So let's find the text. Here's our text here. Let me show you. Okay, so we doesn't need to select the font there. Okay, so here we doesn't need to select the font. Simply basics of After Effects. Okay, simply like that. After Effects. Okay, here at the mid scale, and 20 is, I think so, like working, or a bit more scale. So I go with the 25. Okay, this is enough, but again looking a bit more choppy, so I go with the 22.5. okay, like just in a half. Okay, now it's look perfect. Same, change the color to the totally black. Okay, now we got this. Now just do same like parent this with this shape layer. Okay, now it came like that. Okay, have a look, like that. Okay, but I want to place it like there. Okay, so it came like that. Okay, have a look. Like that. Perfect. Now the only thing, like, we need a cursor there. Okay, we also have a cursor there, like a pointer here. I know they're scaling almost 1.2. okay, because I already used it before. So play with the rotation. I remember I also provide these like all of the files there. Okay, so don't be panic with that. Okay, I just give you a project file. Okay, like that. Okay, let me show you where it's gone. Okay, now parent, this shape. Okay, now have a look. Okay, now simply we are done with this animation from 6 to 8 second mark, but I left this until 9 second. Okay, let me show you why. Because for the animation, okay, like that, only simple. Now at the 8 second mark I need a new animation. Okay, like this one. Let's see how to create this animation. This is as much simple. Okay guys, simply when I came the position, sorry for the one here, just copy paste this one and this mark. Okay, I want to move it like there. Okay, all of that, sorry, all of that there, like that. Let's see, like that. Okay, okay, now select this, press F9 again and just do it again, starting speed up and then a bit slow, a bit more, like that. Okay, now it's done, like that. Now we need to create this. So I told you before, at this mark, here it's gone, so we have to start from there, like at the 8-second mark. First of all, I need a city png. Okay, here, so here's the city png. Simply place it like that and scale it like here. Okay, it's totally done. Okay, press again like bracket close, and that we got this. Now I simply make the shape layer for this one. Pen tool, here, on the middle, select like that, here, like that. Okay, disable fill option, enable stroke option, scale it like that. Okay, as much as you can, like according to your need. Change the color again to this greenish. Okay, you can also select your on. Okay, now place this layer below. Now it's simply like you got this thing like that. Okay, if you want to reduce the stroke size a bit more, like so, this is the thing. Okay, you just simply got it easily. Okay, like that. Here, when I select this, okay, place it like that. Now simply again do this. Now we have to add a trim path effect there. Trim path came here. This is the final keyframe. I place it there, and this is the start, so it came like that. Okay, press F9 to also smooth this. Okay, same. Now the thing is, like the thing which left there, a text again. Okay, so here's the text. I place it on a top again, but I understood from there. Okay, again just place it there, and I'm from Pakistan. Okay, Pakistan. Okay, this is a simple font, so I just changed this font. Okay, pop in bold. Now we got like that. Okay, yes, I think that this is look pretty much fine according to the previous one, so I go with this one. Okay, the previous one which I created like doesn't look much perfect, so I go with this one simply. Okay, and scale it there. Okay, one thing which we left there is to changing colors, so simply select the layers and let's go with the red one here for these ones. Now it's totally done like that. Here, now what I have to do, simply parent with, first of all, parent with none. Okay, we have simply 3 shape layers, so now I simply parent this with this null. Okay, again this null. Okay, now it's came like that. Okay, at this point nothing, and here like that. So after that, now we got this animation. At this mark, like at a 10-second mark, I want to change the into new scene, this one, and then last we have these two, so we have only a 3 scene left. Simply for this one, I just came here and need a tiny village. Okay, place it like there, scale it again to 25. Yeah, okay, a bit more like that. Again, okay, then now I need to animate from the bottom. Yes, so same like here, it's like that. Now here it came from the downward direction, So I simply duplicate this lower layer like this one, place it on a top, okay, and this time uncheck this, okay. So what I have to do, simply I rotate this into 180 degree. This is a small trick, okay, so just apply if you want. Now it's came like that, press G and do this like that, okay. So your animation is totally ready, okay, like that. Have a look, like at this point, because at this point we lost access from the other animation. Now let me show you. Here's the null. If I control C V this and move it at this mark, move it up, okay, move it up this, let me show you, like simply like that, okay, here, and press F9 for this one and do same like that. So have a look. Now we got our new animation. Just a thing is like to turn down this, and now it came like that. Now I didn't parent with this, also parent this with the lower null, okay, like that. Now it came like that here. So this is a game of only 3 layers, okay. Just place it on a top again, sorry, and here is the text, place it down there, cursor to the mid, select a tiny, and again VILLG village, okay, select Times New Roman, we go for the italic ones, okay, and simply at a mid. Now it came like that, okay, it's already parented, so it came like that. At the 12-second mark, guys, okay, the animation is totally gone from this one. I need a new animation at a 12-second mark, so I simply do like just left it at a 14-second mark, okay, so now it's totally done. Just change their color to the orange, change their color to the purple, like that. Now we are done with this. Let's go without this animation. Let's see like how to create this. Remember, this isn't hard, okay, this is same like easy step, okay. When I came here, this one, press U, we have to copy paste the keyframes again, and like at this mark I want to move it like that, okay, position like that, okay. But remember, this time I just left this like the upper thing here a bit more, like from this point, okay. Now it's look cool, okay. Same, press F9 and just select this and do like that, okay, perfectly. Now came up here, we have nothing there for now, okay, because at 12-second mark we just got the animation. So let's see how to make this. For this you guys need this proportional grid, okay, because it's it's much easy for us if we go with the proportional grid and then create this. Remember how much point there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 points and 9. There is totally 9 points there. So we go with like that, okay, and start from there, like from this point here, okay, and then again here, 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 and here. 7. Okay, here's the 7. No problem, we have to create 1 to 2 more, so just place it like that and place it here. Okay, and place it here. Remember, this is my own experience, so don't do like that. Okay, so I want to create it like that, so simply just get the layer here. Now what we have to do, okay, simply select all of the points, okay, like that, here on a converter, and simply Alt and click, okay, and you just got like that. Now just reduce this stroke like that, and you got this. Okay, now just simply press like we back with this one, and just disable the proportional grid. Okay, now how to make this thing? Okay, simply when I turn this into the 3D layer, okay, and move it like that, okay, move it like that. Now if I scale it down, okay, just left the scale, press G, enable this layer, press G, and here like that. Okay, this is the starting path. This is a bit 3D there, but literally guys, you love this. Okay, and again this is the final path. Okay, so press V for this one like that. Okay, now to animate this, what we need to do there. Okay guys, I think so just move this a bit there. Okay, like just a bit position, just change a bit their position so it's not came in this section like that. Okay, not touching the edges, etc. there. I think you know really well what I talk about. So simply Control D this layer. Okay, this time I just turn this into the totally like black or the grayish one. But how to, okay, no, sorry for that. Where's the layer? Okay, no, I'm right. Done. Select this layer. Now how to look at this layer? When I put it a bit up like that, you see here we have the other layer just below here. Okay, now we got this layer. Just to turn down the opacity bit down like that. Okay, here you guys see like it's go with the path like that. Okay, now we simply had to add effect there. Okay, like a trim path again. Okay, here, and with the trim path there. Okay, I want to start trim path from this point. Okay, because okay, from this point, yeah, play with the, and remember like this is the ending position, so we doesn't play with that. This is the starting position. Now it's like simply like that. Okay, have a look. But if I make it more smooth like that, okay, have a look. I want it to start fast, like start slow, mid fast, and then end slow. So we go with the 75 rule. Okay, like this one, 75. Let's see. Like that. Okay, this is a 75 rule, guys. And now simply what we need to do, like just place this map one, simply the location. Okay, place it there and just scale it down. Okay, like that. Okay, just I think so, a bit more like that. Okay, remember just like what you need to do, I think you know really well. Like here I added a effect, okay, on this icon, a triton and the drop shadow. Simply came here and add also on this one, and now we got this. Have a look. But this time we have to play a bit with the shadow like that, so it's totally visible, okay, like that. Okay, it's totally visible. Now for the text I use a monster art font, okay. Or Poppins, okay, Poppins light, sorry for that, like a Poppins light. So here's our text and just move it a bit up and like that. Okay, I simply use again this font, and here is our font, sorry, the layer here. I simply see this, okay. Here's Norway. Alright, now here I use a lighter font like that, a light font. Just get it a bit more like okay, this has worked for me, that won't work for me, like that. Okay, place it there. Okay, 26. Yes, this is a perfect one. And just copy paste this again and came here at this point, and I just wrote a 1, okay, and how select this text and get a bolder font and simply just scale it more, okay, like that. Okay, we can just place it there like that. Okay, now for this one, you see like this is totally animating. Okay, so also let me show you how to create this. Okay guys, this is as simple, you know really well, like here's a stroke layer, this one, we simply go with that. Okay, nothing, we do nothing, just simply go with that, just to change their position. Okay, have a wait. So at this mark, just place it there. Okay, alt done. Where is this shape? Okay, now remember this at this point. For now here I simply unparent from the null, now it's simply left there. Okay, now simply have to change the position again to this one. Okay, it's came like that, press G here, stroke it down to 2 to 3. Okay, done. V. Okay, here you see this layer. Okay, now press G again. Okay, first of all I delete this. Okay, just to show you guys, place it here, place it here, and place it here. Now press G again and just make it like that. V already, because it is already stroked, so it doesn't play with this enough. Okay, I want like it starts smooth like then like that. Okay, here you see like it's already animated. Okay, so we didn't do enough, simply in a rectangle section shape. Okay, on a stroke one. Okay, dashes, and just do it like that, and then change your color into totally pure black, and then you got this. Okay, have a look. Now simply we got this. Okay, let's see like what the thing left there. Okay, so we go accordingly with that. Let's delete the previous layers. Here we came. Now simply just to parent these three, okay, sorry for this one, not these three, like this one, these three with the null. Okay, now have a look. Now it's guys, it came like that. Have a look. Literally it's looking much more perfect. Like I love this. I just simply enable for all of that once, okay, because the motion blur is a key, like to add much more realism in your animation. Okay, you can also do it, just simply select all of that, okay, and just do, but here I go one by one. You get 12 to 14 second mark. I just want to quit this animation, okay, but I just left this almost at the 15-second mark, like a 1 second more, and LF like that, okay. Our last animation is this one, okay, like how we create this. Okay, so let's see guys. Simply this is a keyframes there and just same like that. So for this one, okay, I just play with the null again, Control C, Control V, okay, and it's this is a transition, okay, and then it's totally done. Okay, now let me show you how to make this transition. Remember it's 2 to 3 keyframes, so we just go like that, 1 2 3, okay, 3 keyframes, okay. First of all, I just go the animations there, so that's why, to show you easily. But at this point I came here on a project, and here where's the frame, okay, here's the frame, just place it there, okay, and where's the bakery, like sorry, not a bakery, like this image, okay, a bakery once okay, bakery, also scale it, okay, like that, okay. So now what to do guys, here okay, here you see I simply, here I use a tint effect, okay, and I also show you if you want just to change their colors like that, okay, but I want like same like that. Let me show you if we need this color, like if I want this, sorry, I want to add this tint effect on this one, okay. Now you see it's totally black and white, okay. Now for the whiter ones, if I change any color, you see here, because we got this, okay. Now if I go with the brown ones, like here, okay, like that, so I simply got this, okay, the more chocolatey ones and etc, like which you got, like which you want. So I go with this for now, just to add much more realism there. The one more thing, if you want, just add a shape there, okay, and make it much more consistent, so I think so like it's look much more perfect. So I go with the shape one, okay. Here I just create a new shape at the back side, like this there. It's take my just 5 to 10 seconds, okay. Just disable this, okay, and give it a color, like a consistent color, a brownish one, like that, okay. Simply it's done now. Now just to change a layer bit, okay, now parent both of two with this frame, okay. This is looking, I don't know like why this isn't looking much more perfect, okay. This time like we didn't need to parent with the null because there isn't any movement there, so that's why. Also enable this. Now if I rotate this, okay, just I think so like I have to change the color bit of this shape. Where is the colors? A bit more brownish guys, a bit more chocolatey, okay. like that, a bit more chocolatey. So it's done now. Just to add a drop shadow and the other thing. Okay, so simply what I need to do there, first of all, I simply rotate this just like that. Okay, and just like that. Okay, so simply here is the I play with the scale. Okay, I play with the scale. This is the final scale, not final, I think so. I have to scale it bit down like that. Okay, like that. So this is the final one. Okay, I place it because I need a 2-second animation, so I place it like that. Okay, 13, 30, 15 and 16 etc there, and scale it down like that. And now play with the rotation. Okay, press U again to see like where the keyframes here. Now rotate it like that. Okay, now it's came like that, but here I also just left a bit rotation there. Now it's came like that. Okay, now let's move to our final step. Okay, I don't know like why I don't like this color. I hope so. None, like now it's perfect. Okay, done. Now simply because we are on our last steps, so simply here you see like these tools. Now Control D this, Control D, Alt up, just to play with this. Okay, here, and place it there like that. Okay, same. Okay, here like that. And if I press Control D again, and just because they are already parented, so go like that. Now play with the position. Okay, here's the position. If I came okay, no, press U simply. Here I just rotate it a bit more like that. Okay, add a bit more rotation there, so add a much more realism. Okay, like that etc. And also play with this. Okay, view, here's the positions, and just rotate it a bit more like that. Okay, like this. Okay, press U again for all of that, and go with the Gaussian blur. Okay, and on this layer add Gaussian blur. It's 25 almost. I think so, like we have to pre-compose this because on the like otherwise we have to add all on all of that ones. But let me show you here. If I go with the 10, okay, and copy and paste it on all of that. Let's see if it's work. Yeah, not perfectly. Control Z. Let's see. Okay, now it's work, guys. Okay, here, this layer here. Okay, now it's came like that. Okay, now same, just the last and a few steps. Like this is my bakery etc. So I just copy this text again. Okay, and these two. Okay, simply these two again, just place it on a top. I think so, like lecture is too much big now. Okay, it's already much lengthy here, and here I just place a text. This is my bakery etc. Okay, cursor to the middle, and sorry for this, cursor to the middle and scale it like that. Okay, press V here, and simply lighter one fonts. Okay, this time we use a Times New Roman font, Times New Roman italic font. It's in like that. Now we finally got this. Okay, okay, here we just play a bit with the sizing. Okay, like that. Okay, it's came like that. Okay, like that. Press V again. But the last thing left there for our animation, like the lower frame, add a drop shadow effect. Okay, here's the drop shadow on a lower frame, and just do it like that. Okay guys, simply just do it like that, and that you got your final result looking like as simple. So I show you the, let me show you the final result, like what we got. Okay, here I think so, like we missed something on this layer. Okay, press G. No problem, no problem, no problem. Okay, like that. Okay, okay, sorry, we didn't create a transition there, so simply need a adjustment layer. Okay, new adjustment layer. Okay, remember we need it just for 3 keyframes, 1 2 3, then cut it, 1 2 3, then simply cut it. Okay, again. Now here we need to add a single effect. Now here we need to add a single effect called invert effect. Okay, invert. So here this is our final. At there we have the totally 100%. At there we already have 100%. Now it came like that. Okay, I hope so, like you got this, like it came like that. Have a look. Like if you guys want to enhance it more, so you can, like here 3 4 and also 4 from this side, and then place it there, like a bit slower. Have a look. Okay guys, perfect. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys love to see this animation. See you soon in the next video. Take care.